All right, good morning, everyone. This is a video on as far as what I do for my daily routine. I've had several new members in the Discord server ask me, how do I find this stuff? And long story short, I'm going to try to condense this video down, but it all begins with the general direction of the market. And you can see that right here for my indices long, I follow the futures, and then I also believe in these four ETFs. Matter of fact, these four ETFs are the foundation and the backbone to what we teach as far as how to understand the general direction of the market. If you look at this, you can see SPXL. We have the inside year. We triggered the 222 rev down. This is in force. And once we got to this point right here where we started to go in force on some of these bigger time frames, it was a game changer. And for those of you who don't know what this candle looks like, it started right here, okay? And the moment we broke right here at 155, you can see we ran to it and we just cut through it like a hot knife through butter. And so now we're trying to make a decision as far as what we want to do here. But you can see that action in the Qs as well, where we got this 222 rev. UDOW, we got the 222 rev in force. And then even in TNA, we had the 22 rev in force as well. So all four of these ETFs told us on the quarter that they meant business about taking this market down. And one of the ways that you can actually learn how to see this is by doing your homework. And it starts as easy as scanning for what they call full time frame continuity. And for those of you who have Thinkorswim and you've never done this, this is a script that I highly recommend that you get. You need to go to your Market Watch here, and after you import this script, under your personal section here, you will see an area where you have the script. And for me, this is the full time frame continuity up all stocks, and then full time frame continuity up for my basket. Now, what's the difference? Okay, the first script will go out and it'll query the market and say, show me everything that has full time frame continuity to the upside. And that's what you get here, right? For the year, the quarter, the month, week, and the day. This is all the stuff that they're buying right now with full time frame continuity to the upside. So as Rob would say, this is the stuff you want to know about, especially if you're trying to trade it back up. Well, you also can do the same thing and scan this thing for full time frame continuity down. This is the stuff that they don't want. And this is what you want to know about too. And so as you begin to identify these potential setups, and I want to go over here to the left. So for instance here, this is the script for up on all stocks. Now, keep in mind, this is going out and it's grabbing every stock out there within, my parameters and my filter. And there are just some names that I just don't care about, right? Like Genius Sport. I have no desire to trade this one because I don't know the company. But sooner or later, what will happen is that you will get into a company that you do recognize. And let's just see if I can find one here because there's a lot of garbage in here. And this is what I'll do with a cup of coffee. I'll just sit down and just look at stocks. Here's a name that everyone recognizes, Sony. Sony, great electronics, right? But very, very gappy personality for this stock. So this is one, even though I know the name, I probably wouldn't trade it because it's just too gappy. Let's look at something like Planet Fitness. Everyone knows Planet Fitness, right? Okay, so when we look at Planet Fitness here, you can see on the bigger time frames that they're buying this. We have buyers on every time frame. However, the biggest time frame, the year here and the quarter, these are dojis, and price action's really doing nothing. And it's really, really difficult for stocks to break out in a crappy market, and we are there, folks. We are in a crappy market. So once I identify that this thing has full time frame continuity, I asked myself, is this a possible trade where we took out the previous high and now it might be time to die? And the answer is yes, because this was the previous high over here to the left, and even over here, we went up higher, and now we tried to go higher this year and they sucked it back in. So this one is a stock that I would look to short because it's not going to break out in an environment like this, or the probability of it breaking out, not very good. And so now I'll go to the right and I'll look for a potential setup here on the month or the week. And you can see right here, we got it last month, the moment we cut below 97.56. Now, is this trade still valid? And the answer is, at the moment, no, because price came back through and it would have stopped you out. But you definitely can see this price action right here on the week when it went 211 and now it tried to stop everyone out. So now this is actually set up, in my opinion, to possibly go lower because this is the run here. Here's the rest. And so now do we get the TTO back to the downside? And that's why I have this 98.06 because it has to start on the day. It's the smallest time frame. It absolutely has to trigger on the day before it'll trigger on the week or on the month. And so today, if this thing triggers at 98.06, I will take this short. Now, I will continue to go through this list and I won't bore you with this, but as I find names like this, what I'll do, I'll go right up in here to the bid ask and I'll add these to my basket, Phil's basket. Okay, just like that. And so now once I've identified it, I can drill down even further with that second script and get into FTFC up Phil's basket. And now these are all the stocks that I know. Let me show you this on the other screen because it's easier to see it. So these are all the names that I know that are getting bought within my basket. So this is where I focus, right? I want to look at this and say, okay, so who's getting bought here, and do I want to participate? And then you also can do that as well for your two down, or I'm sorry, your full time frame continuity down on Phil's basket. And these are all the names right here that are getting sold into within my basket. This is all I do, guys. And after I identify these, I look at each one and I say silver. Okay, is silver a good possible setup here? Because at the moment, silver is getting bought, but at the same time, it's getting pretty extended here. And I know that because they put a shooter right here and then they followed through. I actually went short on silver. So keep that in mind. And I'll just go through all these and just look for that ideal setup here as far as what is getting extended or is there a setup here on the day. And guys, you can see right here, a lot of these stocks are set up to go 222 rev today. So I'm not shocked at all to see these futures gap down. This is what I do. So let's look at one here that might be even better. ICE. This is another one that I had posted to the group. Too high, might be time to die here on the year because we're getting to the point where, buyers have to keep showing up here. And if they don't show up, look, we've got a 222 rev set up, possibly go back to the 10 or back down to previous low. That's it, guys. That's all I do. And then once I do that, I'll add this to my daily setups and then I'll add it to my daily shorts. And I'll just focus on this list the entire day. I won't let someone influence me and say, oh, oh my God, GameStop's breaking out or Nike's breaking out. And, when I was first trading, I would do that. I would chase everything under the wind. And here's the thing. Stop doing that. Focus on your own homework and you'll make better decisions. I promise. All right. If you have any questions, please let me know. Till then, take care and God bless.